Chat. How's it going? We got some interesting news today. The conflict with the tech bros and the MAGA is escalating. Blue check marks have been removed. Subscribers have been taken away. Elon Musk has said the word retard. That's just today on Sitter. And I also found some interesting stories that we're going to read from Britain. In the meantime, let's look at the chat a little bit. You guys have heard the Nvidia 5,080 price leaks. $2,000. How much is that compared to the previous ones? Because I haven't purchased an Nvidia since, I think I have a 390 Ti. Yeah. Why would I buy a 580? Like, what exactly do I gain? Huh? Like, is there a video game that I would want to play and I can't play the current one? Do you know when I will probably upgrade the graphics card? But even then, it probably wouldn't work for what I needed. When they have AI that you can run locally, like if you have like a chat GPT, Facebook is working on such a thing. It's called Llama, like a small language model that you can run locally and you can have it uncensored and you can do the hate speech with it. Oh my goodness, I would love it. I would make the AI create a personality called Mr. Kang. And Mr. Kang would be extremely opinionated on modern world politics. It should horrify any politician knowing that such danger exists into my house. They would probably build a wall around my house like the sarcophagus of Chernobyl just to contain the level of pure seething hatred on my computer. But it's fictional. It's just text on the screen. Still, that's what I would get a graphics card because apparently the AI operates with the GPU. So you get faster responses, like more hatred, more racismus, more. Would it be illegal? I don't think it's illegal, right? Like if you have an AI and you get it to do racismus. As long as you don't show it to anyone, as long as you don't post it online and you use the racismus responsibly, it's just on your computer, no one gets to see it, right? It's not illegal. I mean, the AI is the one doing the speech of hate. I'm not the one doing it, right? So, like, you just ask the AI, all right, let's talk about IQ. You know, and the AI goes, it's like, all right, let me tell you something. I too am waiting for the local models. Yes. You know, hopefully Windows can crack down on them. Hopefully Windows 11 can take like screenshots what's on your PC. And if it finds the racismus on your PC, it just disables your account. Like that would be a progressive society. Make math bigoted again. Yeah, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Much bigotrismus. Alright. Let's start with news from the UK. I told people that I like reading news from the past. I don't like reading news from the present because I have a feling that the journalists lie to me. But if you read news from the past, they become very omoshiroi, very interesting. So listen to this. My God. So many commercials on metro.cock. I'm not even going to show you this. Like, it's filled with commercials. But this is from 2018. Alright? Like, 2018. How many years was that? I'm not good with math. But it says like teenagers accused of attacking a disabled woman with eggs and flour before taking a sick selfie. By the way, why isn't it a healthy selfie? Like they took a selfie. Why is it sick? The journalist. The journalist says it's sick. Right. So the teenagers attacked a lady with eggs and flour, and they took a sick selfie, and now they are under police protection because the police is afraid what the public will do to them. And we get to see a picture of a bench covered in eggs and flour. The father of one of the boys says he marched his son straight to the local police station to confess to what he has done. The 16-year-old was walking home from the center of Bury and had to cut through the park when he saw two of his friends. Okay, the reason I find this fascinating is because this were the problem in Britain in 2018, right? Like, this was an event that horrified the public. A couple of kids attacked an elderly disabled lady with flour and eggs. And this was an event that was like an earthquake. It shook the British public to the core. And I'm willing to bet that people from 2025 living in Britain miss those times. Because now you would have like knifing, stabbing, the murder weapon. The police has confiscating the Zelda sword. Keir Starmer has locked people in their homes. CCTV cameras on every corner monitoring those speedsters. You know, like, holy shit. Jesus. Dios mío. 2 plus 2 equals bigger Christmas. Yeah. Get your flower license made. I should remove the wrenches, because like, they were an incentive for people to super chat. And it's like, you super chat to me, you get a wrench. And at the end of the year, I would take away the wrenches. I don't want to create wrenchflation. But I'm too lazy to do it. I'm not going to take your wrenches away. Not yet, at least. I remember, like, what did I do last year? Oh yeah, for Christmas, I unbanned people on my Discord server. Very bad idea. Some of the bans were making people happy. Other were justified, so they came back and they resumed spamming. I love the fact that people on the left are upset about this. Elon just called you a retard. The fact is, like, yeah, I mean, this is probably not going to put a wrench between Trump and Elon. But he called you a retard, but like he said, the Americans are like, you gotta hate him. You got listen. This is our way in. Now is the moment is upon us. You gotta hate them. Destroy our fucking movement. Here's the thing, right? Like, I'll tell you what I think about Elon, right? Like, I'm a person that's a little bit more common sense. I never for 1 second doubted the fact that Elon is for indentured servitude. Because he's a tech bro. Like, all tech bros in California are for indentured servitude. Like, they are for legal migration. They want those visas. Like, not for a second did I think that, Elon is any different. And so, I am on the level of realism where I'm like, I'm never going to get everything I want. However, if I get someone to push it at least a little bit halfway, then maybe someone else can take it from there. So, as long as the pendulum swings a little bit to what I want, I'm a little bit happier. And so, like, obviously to me, that I don't really care about the H-1B1 visas and shit, because I'm not an American, so, like, that's an American issue. I mostly care about America in the sense that I want them to do well economically, because then I get the super chats. If Americans are poor, I don't get super chats, so, like, it's directly tied to my income. And then some of the madness, the mental asylums that America is creating on steroids have to be contained because they reach into Europe and it's upsetting. Identity politics specifically. But like regarding H-1B1 visas, that's an American issue. That's an internal thing. It's like telling me that there's no water because California is stealing it. It's like, okay, I mean. But here's how I would view it if I'm an American. As long as you get to stop the illegal immigration and crack down on the cartels a little bit so that there's a little bit less drugs coming in and the level of crime is going down, I would call it a win. And then maybe the next administration can push it a little bit further. But, like, if you're going to expect, like, here's the thing that I notice a lot of right-wingers have, and this is, like, true around the world. I don't fucking know why it is, but, like, they generally behave in this manner. They notice that for the left, in order to push the pendulum to where it's at, it took them, like, 20 years or so, maybe more. It took them, I think, like, 25, 30 years. So, like, they work really hard, and all the leftists, all the right-wingers, they expect, we cannot do the work that the left has toiled in 30 years. We cannot do them in 2. It's like, motherfucker, you're insane. It's like, I think about the effort that they put in. Like, all those academics and those smart people that moved society to the breaking point. Like, do you honestly think you can undo their labor? I mean, they always tell you how tired they are on Twitter. And you are such a cheeky little shit to think, oh yeah, like, I snapped the finger and in 2 years it's going to be undone. Come on. Am I qualified for an H-1B visa? I think I am, actually. I looked into it. Alright, here's what I found. I actually talked with some CEOs about the H-1B visa. The reason that companies like the H-1B visa is, like, number one, workers don't unionize. Number two, they don't get to switch company. They're less likely to do it. Number three, if you ask them to do extra hours, they will. And more importantly... Oh, never mind. I saw what Ryan had. More importantly, you can freeze their wages. So, like, the moment they sign a contract, you give them that, and then you don't have to up the wage. And so, why would they ever want to give up on that gravy train? Why would you hire an American that may unionize, may ask for raises? Like, why would you want to do that shit? Huh? And you gotta understand, there are 2 mindsets right now. One of the mindset is that the purpose of a nation is to be an economic zone. Right? So you pump that wealth, you raise that GDP, the purpose of every nation state is to be like a corporation, just to maximize profits. You look at the GDP and you're like, deshi, basara, basara. And it doesn't matter if you create homelessness. It doesn't matter if you create income inequality. It doesn't matter if you create crime. None of it matters. It's just like, boom, that GDP, right? Like, that is the main purpose. And the second mindset is the dad mindset. Right? So, like, the dad mindset is the purpose of a nation is indeed to have, like, a stable economy. But it's also to create family, community, and dare I say, in some cases, religion. And these mindsets clash. Because usually what the dad wants is he wants to have a stable job. And I don't know, is this Nazi thinking? I think it's Nazi thinking. If you want to have a future for your children. Horrible. Oh my goodness. Only the Nazis in the entire human history wanted their kids to grow up with stable households and in a low crime area and with a job. Preferably in an office, right? That's somewhere where they can break their back and risk industrial accidents. But like this is a horrible dream. It's the middle class dream. Horrible. And so it has to be squashed. Because it doesn't pump that wealth. It doesn't pump that GDP. So it comes into conflict. This is who Elon Musk is fighting against. And so now he decided to take away the blue check marks and the golden check marks. He actually took a golden check mark from someone. I don't even know if he's allowed to do that. I mean, if like a golden check mark is pretty expensive. Hold on, let me see how much it costs. I think it's like 2,000 or some shit. Yeah, it's like $1,000 a month. Holy shit. So like if you take away the golden check mark, and it's got like $1,000 a month, then Do you give them the money back? Like, do you get the money back? How does it work? I'm generally curious. 338-327-950-288. Thank you for the shekels. Happy Hanukkah. Is it Hanukkah? I think you're lying. I think like Hanukkah was earlier, isn't it? Is Hanukkah now? If it is now, then happy Hanukkah to you as well. What is Hanukkah celebrating? Is it like the plagues of Egypt, like the last plague? Not the one with the like what were the plagues of Egypt? You had the raining frogs, you had the boils, the water into blood, the hail, the locusts, fire from the sky, the darkness. And then you had the killing of the firstborn. Am I close? Do I know the Torah? Huh? Do I know my literature? I don't know it in Hebrew though. Do you know the thing with the locusts? Like when you actually, like, if you read the Bible and you're taking it literally, like you're taking it as if it's a CNN report. Like the locusts came, and if I remember correctly, like God pushes them south. Like he doesn't kill them, right? Like they don't just magically disappear. Like when the Pharaoh goes like, holy shit, okay, uncle, just stop. God causes a wind and pushes the locusts south. So I'm reading that and I'm like, there's probably a country in Africa that is really sad right now. And they probably didn't do anything to deserve it. But they would probably have like a typhoon or something, like a strong gust of wind that's bringing them presents. Lots and lots of presents from Egypt. Seriously, like you read some of the Bible stories. No, it's not like a fedora, like not as in trying to debunk them or anything. You're just reading the text and you're trying to see like what are the consequences of this. Like what would happen if this was real? And then you realize it's like, okay, so plague of locusts, God doesn't set them on fire. No. He just uses wind in order to blow them away, right? But if you blow an insect away, the insect doesn't die. Like, it's still going to be there. And so the country that was bordering Egypt to the south, now I don't know which one was it, because the maps have changed since, what is it, like antiquity? It's even like before antiquity, right? That country is going to be extremely miserable. Like, whomever it was there, maybe that's why it's not there today. Like, even Mao Zedong, well, yeah, but it's like, when did this happen? When did Moses walk the earth? It was probably minus 1000 BC. Like, when the fuck was it, right? Like, I don't think Sudan was there. Probably Sumeria, yeah. Like, the Sumerians were like, what the fuck? No, seriously, just imagine. Like, all of a sudden, you get a plague of locusts. At least the Pharaoh knew what's up, you know? At least he knew. It's like, okay, I got the plague of locusts because I pissed off Moses. Like, at least he understood. Why the hell is my son so upset when my wife is there with him? Probably he's getting a nappy change. Sadly, the lawyer would cost more to sue. That is true, Todd. Happy Kwanzaa, V. Well, happy Kwanzaa to you as well, Stephen. It's not Kwanzaa, Stephen. It's happy holidays. It's happy holidays, Stephen. My fucking God, can you imagine if all the Fedora people would behave like that? It's like, it's not happy Kwanzaa, it's a happy holiday. Hi, V. Hope all is well and your family is doing good. Are MAGA folks still upset at me and the United States tech bros? Well, they're seething right now because Elon Musk is taking away their blue check marks. And so, I don't know what Elon is doing. Why is he doing it? But it's a little bit of a PR disaster. Basically, I could have handled it differently. Like, I could have handled it better. That would be Eritrea. Do you know what I like about the Bible? Do you know that it has, like, spin-offs? DC Comics does this all the time, right? So, like, DC Comics would have a story, And then they have like a spin-off, a what if event. If someone read the Bible recently, please tell me the name of the story, right? Now, everyone knows the story with the angels, right? So, like, you have... fuck, I forgot their names. Jesus, like, it's so long ago that I read. But basically, like, there's this guy goes into a market, right? Oh, the Sodom and Gomorrah story. Yeah. All right, like, everyone knows that. Like, it's a very popular one. It's a bestseller. Sodom and Gomorrah. So you have, like, this guy, and he goes into a town, and someone offers him shelter. Like, he is at the marketplace, right? And then next to a fountain, and someone offers him shelter. And apparently... Oh, no. Sorry, my bad. Fuck. No, I'm... God. Sodom and Gomorrah. Going back. Okay. So you got the angels, right? And the angels, they walk in the city like Chads. And it's like almost like walking in California now. Like 4 angels. And there's this one guy that wants to give them shelter. And the angels accept, but apparently... All the people in that village, they found the angels to be smoking hot. They wanted some angel booty. So they go to this guy's house. And he knocks at this door, and it's like, we want to meet them. We want to meet the angel. You know what meeting is, you know, like the Mr. Bean, if you know what I mean. And so the guy actually, like, this is like, there are certain things in the Bible that I don't even know if priests can explain. But the guy, like, takes one of his daughters, which was married, and says, like, well, why don't you have her instead? And in order to sweeten the pot, in order to, like, lie about it, it's like, well, she's a virgin. She wasn't. She was married. Unless they had, like, a weird type of marriage. Maybe everyone in that city was gay. I mean, it's possible, you know? Like, her husband was gay, too, so, like, he never... It sounds like an Epstein story, no, because the angels were adults. Anyway... The angels makes the people blind, right? So, like, they can't see the door, and eventually they leave. But then it's like, find me innocent people, or else we nuke the city. You know the story, right? And apparently, like, the guy couldn't find kids or anything. I can't blame him. Like, I expect, and this is my take, California is worse than Sodoma in the Bible. Like, I've looked at what Sodoma in the Bible was, and then I'm looking at what California is today, and I'm like, I'm sorry... But the reason they keep flying the rainbow flag is to remind God of his promise. Anyway, so, you know, they go up the mountain, and the wife looks back, and she turns to salt. And then the daughters have sex with the father, and they give birth to an entire new people. Like you probably know that, right? Like the story. But there is another story in the Bible, the what if story, and this is happening in another place. It's not Sodom, it's not Gomorrah, it's a different city. The same shit, except now it's like this guy with one of his servants, and she's like the servant of this rich man, merchant. And it's the same thing, you know, like he is offered to go into a house, and they go into the house, and the group come, and it's like, we want to meet them. And they're like, well, why don't you have my servant? And this is like the story, it's like, what if the crowd took the deal? Like what if they actually go, you know what? We saw what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, we're going to try something else. It's kind of like loading a game and trying, you know, the... Abraham and Hagar, is that the name? Fuck, maybe. And apparently, like, they're having, like, cushy with this chick. They're having the taharush with this chick all night. And in the morning, she's dead. And then the master, like, chops her up and spreads her body parts in all of the cardinal points of the land. And I'm like, wow... That must have been pretty costly. It's like, imagine if you're the courier, and you're carrying like a leg or some shit, and you gotta carry it all the way up north. Like, how not just carry it north? And I never understood the moral of that story either. It's like, why is it there? What is it supposed to teach? Yeah, it's a different story. There are like two other stories like that. There's another story. I forgot the names. Like I remember the stories, but I forgot the names. There's this guy, and he's very grateful to the Lord. Like I think he prays to the Lord to give him like a military victory or some shit. And he prays to the Lord, and the Lord says, "Yeah, I'll give you victory, but I want you to give me the first thing that comes in front of you when you reach home." And he was expecting it to be the dog, right? Because like the dog would always greet him when he went home. He gets the victory, and then when he gets home, it's his daughter that greets him, right? And he's absolutely heart-torn, but like the zealot that he is, and I don't blame him. I mean, if the Lord genuinely talks to you, to be fair though, like we know that the Lord talked to him because we read the story, but like from the perspective of everyone else, it would be like, holy shit, like has this guy got insane? But anyway, like apparently the daughter says that like she's willing to become the sacrifice, but she's a virgin, and she wants to have fun before she dies. And the father agrees, and she goes out there, she does the coochie coochie, and then she comes back, like she fulfills the promise. And as she is on the altar and about to be sacrificed, an angel appears and stops the sacrificing from happening, right? Like, again, if you guys know the names, please let me know. But then there's another story deeper in the Bible, which is the what if story. And it's almost, it plays similarly, but now there is no angel and the guy gets killed. I think it was a guy the second time around, it wasn't a girl. And again, it's like, what the fuck? Why though? Like, why though? Yeah, it's Old Testament. A lot of people don't read the Old Testament. It's very interesting. 338-3279. I've been listening since 2016. Thank you. Have been living with my girlfriend for a year. She's already used to your voice. Keep it up, V. Love the content. That's so nice of you. Give him a like, chat. Give me a like. Sarah asked Abraham to bang Hagar, and she got pissed when Abraham began doting on his son from Hagar Ishmael. Do you know that the reason it's a sin to masturbate is because of one guy, Onan? Now I don't think there's any other place in the Bible that condemns masturbation except for Onan. And my understanding, again, I'm a little bit flimsy in memory when it comes to this particular story, but the whole thing is explained that I think like if your brother died, you are supposed to marry his wife, and the kids that you would make would legally belong to your brother. And so Onan didn't want that. Like he didn't want to honor his brother, so he would have sex with the woman, but like he would spill his seed outside of the appropriate place. And so God punished him, and I think like he was riding a horse, and then he went as a branch collided with him. But because of that, the church, in the infinite wisdom, decided that masturbation is a sin. But I'm like, dude, I'm reading the story. That's not the moral of it. Like, God was upset because he was supposed to give children and he was choosing not to. It's not because he was jerking off as a 16-year-old. Like, that's not what the moral of the story was. Yeah, he tried the pulling out technique, which apparently was effective. Jeff is not. Thank you for the 20 California. Gross book from a gross culture? Let's look a little bit at what's happening now with the visas with Elon Musk. So Elon Musk is very spiteful now. Is taking away the golden check marks, not the blue check marks, the golden check marks. And the golden check marks are actually pretty fucking expensive. And apparently, Conservative OG. Now, Conservative OG, from my understanding, is like a press publication. How many subscribers do they have? I don't fucking know. Ah, no, never mind. I can check it out. So, Conservative OG, reject modernity, embrace tradition. They had around, well, they still have 431,000 subscribers, so 500,000 subs. And their golden check mark was taken away. All of our influencers have now lost verification status, as well as our own page. Our brand did nothing. We spoke out against the HB1 visas, and it appears that Elon Musk intentionally shut us down. Is this the new status quo from America's most free social media platform? By the way, I'm genuinely concerned about this shit. I don't like where it's going. But, you're not getting banned yet. So, even with this, I would say that, yes, like, de facto, it is still the free speech platform. And, Elon Musk actually did say that you will have free speech, but you will not have free reach. So what I'm trying to say here is that I genuinely don't know why did people get shocked by this. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't be against Elon Musk. That's not my point. Right? Like, if you are against Elon Musk, that's fine. But, like, when did people get shocked? It's like, oh my god, is this Elon Musk? Like, what the fuck did you think he is? Oh, it's like breaking news. Tech bros are globalists. No. Like, yes. Like, nothing that he did up until now seems hypocritical to me. Why? He was always like, oh, illegal immigration is bad. Legal migration is good. That's literally what he said throughout the entire campaign. He was like, legal migration. He also said, it's like, yeah, you're going to have free speech. I'm not going to ban you, but we can suppress the reach. That's what he's doing. Again, I'm not justifying what he's doing. I'm just saying he's not hypocritical. So far. Like, maybe he will become hypocritical tomorrow. I don't know. If he bans someone, then yes. Oh, never mind. He banned Laura Loomer. Okay, now this is hypocritical. This just in. He banned Laura Loomer. See, I was making, like, this passionate speech, trying to defend his honor. And then he goes down and he bans Laura Loomer for 11 hours and 59 minutes. We have determined that, Laura Loomer, you're the violator. You have violated. So we're temporarily limiting some of your account features. In this state, you can still browse Twitter, but you're limited to only sending direct messages to your followers. No posts, reposts, or the likes. What the fuck did she say, though? The thing is, like, Laura Loomer is the type of person that has been posting for a while. So, like, she kind of knows how to toe the line. To be fair, Laura Loomer got banned from Jack Dorsey, right? So, it's not a ban. It's a suspend. Oh, come on. Now you're splitting hairs now. Yes, it's a ban. You get like 3 strikes and then you're out. The first time you fuck up, it's like 11 hours. The second time, I think it's like 3 days or some shit like that, and then you're gone. Sorry about it. Ah. No, it's a ban. Like her account wasn't terminated, but it's a strike. Honestly, I'm glad he stepped out of line that early. Now I don't have to parse through layers of plausible deniability when I tell people he's bad. He's not that bad. Come on. He said, look, I don't care. He makes Thunderfoot angry. If he makes Thunderfoot angry, oh my god, is Thunderfoot? Holy shit. Thunderfoot, you gotta get in on this. Let's see if Thunderfoot is getting in on this. Like, Thunderfoot has become the Elon Musk channel. Like, every single time Elon Musk does something, Thunderfoot copes and seethe. Look at this. Destroy Earth to get to Mars. I mean, holy shit. Look at it, chat. Chat, just look at it. Look. Oh my goodness. Oh, Dios mío. The man is monetizing Elon Musk. I don't blame him though. Like, look at this. It's got 149,000 views. 208,000 views. I mean, the public wants more. The public craves for more. Starship busted. Musk Trump, welcome to Idiocracy. See, like, when he goes out of his realm and goes into politics, we're fucked. Oh my god, the doom and gloom channel. And ironically, I keep saying this, Idiocracy has the best politician the world could ask for. No, I'm not kidding. Like, hold on. I don't know if, like, the director who made the movie Idiocracy actually intended for this, but, like, unironically, this, in my opinion, is one of the best statesmen in fiction. So hear me out. The guy is absolutely stupid. Like he is beyond moronic, right? Like, that's why it's called Idiocracy. He isn't very smart, incredibly dumb. But he's got a problem. His country is starving. The crops aren't growing. So what does he do? He delegates. He figures out which is the smartest man on earth, and he creates a commission in order to fix the starvation problem. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know agriculture. He doesn't know shit. But instead of, like, being corrupt, instead of, like, having cronyism and corruption and hoarding resources or what, no, he's like, no, I actually like my country. I actually care about my country. I want to fix my country. I don't know agriculture. I'm going to get someone who does. And the person says, okay, well, the reason your crops are failing is because you're putting sugary drinks. You're putting Coca-Cola instead of water. Like, put water instead and the crops will grow. So he tries that. The crops are growing. What does he do? Does he take credit for the invention? Does he say it's like, I did it? No. He actually gets the scientist in front, like, this is the guy who made it possible. Do you know what he does after? He steps down and lets the other guy be president. Unironically, this is like a politician that is too good to be true. Like, you will never have such a politician in real life. It's like, my fucking god, the man's a patriot. And it shows you don't need to be smart to be a politician. Like, literally, that's why the role of the president was invented, so that anyone could be a president. So when I hear people bad-mouthing Idiocracy, and saying, oh my god, it's so bad, Idiocracy. No. Like, if you had politicians like you had in Idiocracy, your standard of living would go up. Cola is probably too acidic. Yeah. If you made a prequel to Idiocracy, would it just be the world we live in now? Wait. Okay. Hold on. I was looking at this. So, making flat earthers cry. You know, I actually thought about this recently because during the holidays, the Christmas, I went to a friend's house. And he actually had an old VHS and an old TV. Like, he's a collector. He likes collecting old shit. And he had, like, all these VHS tapes of conspiracy theories. And they were recorded from national television. Like, there was a show. And every Saturday or so, they talked about conspiracy theories. You know, Bigfoot, aliens. And I was surprised to see that even 9/11 was there. And I was like, well, so like, hold on a little bit. Like, you're telling me that back in the day, before the internet was as popular, like, people actually talked about conspiracy theories, like, online, like, they would... And it's like, not only that, he told me, but, like, the X-Files is built around conspiracy theories. Like, a TV show that actually treats the government as evil. Like, Mulder and Scully were working for the FBI. They were trying to uncover the conspiracy that their government was doing. And that got me thinking a little bit. right? It got me thinking a little bit. So, like, well, like, people used to have such freedom back then, right? Like, they could talk about conspiracy theories. Like, nowadays, conspiracy theory means, like, you need to ban this, censor this. And, I always wondered, it's like, you know, like, some conspiracy theories are actually harmless. Like, some conspiracy theories are on the level of who gives a shit. The moon landings, for instance. Who gives a shit? I mean, the Cold War is over. It's been so many years. Like, whether it happened or who fucking cares? And I had to wonder, like, why do people care so much, though? You know, one of the explanations that I came across is, well, it's one of America's achievements. So you don't want to take it away from them. And I'm like, okay, but if someone were to say that the Wright brothers are the first people that invented the plane, would anyone get us hurt about it? Like if someone said, yeah, you know, like the Wright brothers aren't the first one that invented it, it's like someone else, it's a Chinese guy. Like most people would be like, meh, yeah, I guess. I mean, sure, you know, like if you have some claims and you're trying to spin a story in a way that it makes it sound like a Chinese guy invented the first plane, like, okay, whatever. If the steam engine, if someone said, well, actually, this guy didn't invent the first steam engine, it was the Greeks. But for some fucking reason, the moon landings, right? It's like, why in particular? Like, it's to the point that if someone entertains the idea, they're discredited in public. It's like, oh my god, like this guy doesn't spreading the moon landing conspiracy. And so, okay, let's analyze what's up with the moon landings. No one today can physically verify it themselves, right? Like, you can't actually go on the moon and see that flag. And you also, like, unless you're a higher up or working for some journalism, you can't actually review the evidence yourself, right? Like, you can't go to the actual original archives and go through them. And so the only way that you can know that the moon landings happened is if you believe the authorities, right? Like, if you believe the government. Do you have faith in your government is the question. Like, do you have faith? And if you don't believe the moon landings, it means you don't have faith in the government, so you're blaspheming. And that's the only explanation that I have. It's like the reason people who don't believe in the moon landings are dangerous is because they don't believe in the government. It doesn't matter if, like, the moon landings are true or not. That's not the problem. No, like, this person doesn't believe the government. That's my take. That I maybe you guys can find a different explanation. Steven Nizek, the moon landings are a hoax. Well, no, the moon Nazis rule there. Truth has intrinsic value. Yeah, but, like, you can't force the truth on people. You can't, and by the way, like, especially when it's something that someone can't verify themselves. There's a chemical gas attack in Syria. Well, is there? I mean, I can't go and see myself, right? So, like, I have to trust that the people bringing me that information are being honest. So, like, what is the truth? Like, I don't fucking know. Like, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. You gotta trust the sources. And if you don't trust the sources, that's the problem. There is a YouTube dark theme, but I keep using the normal one. Yeah. When do you think Elon Musk will make a movie about landing on Mars? I genuinely don't fucking know. I understand that he actually does have a a mission planned on Mars that's not going to be manned, right? Like that, manned. But I think like the United States is interested in accomplishing it simply because they're competing with China. So it is an impressive accomplishment, right? It's international prestige. It's an impressive accomplishment. The main issue, though, but speaking of China, did you notice, or did you miss this? They invented the 6th generational fighter jet. Did they talk about it on the news? It's concerning. If I was an American, I would be concerned. Because up until now, the Chinese were copying. But it seems that now the Chinese are developing. 6th generation fighter jet. What does that mean? It means that it can fly in space. Why is that important? Well, it's actually harder to destroy. It's more expensive to take down because it's really high up. And if it's really high up, it also has bigger range. I'm not sure, but I think it can also target satellites. Yeah, no, it's real. They haven't integrated. No, it's just a prototype. Like it took its maiden voyage. See, this is another thing that I see with a lot of Americans. It's like doubtful. I don't believe it. The last time I heard that is when the Chinese were showing a supersonic missile. And the missile could hit any target on Earth and it couldn't be intercepted by anything. And so I saw a lot of Americans saying, oh no, this is fake, this is propaganda, etc., etc. And now the Russians are using it in Ukraine. No, I think like the aircraft is real. I mean, they showed it. They flew it around. It went into fucking space. Like, it exists. There's only a prototype of it. It's not integrated into the Chinese military yet, but they have it. The F-15 can also target satellites? Okay. Do the Chinese have supersonic missiles, though? Can you imagine the reputational damage if they don't, but the Russians do? Like, that would be... No, I'm pretty sure they do have it. Like, here's the thing. If they didn't, the United States would be the first one to debunk it. Like the U.S. government would be the first one to call them out. It's like, no, you don't. They called out North Korea, though, which apparently has 1 nuke. Like, that amused me. It's like, how many nukes Korea had? 1. Okay. But they did call them out. However, with China, no, I generally think they do have supersonic missiles, and I do think that they have a new generational fighter jet. I hope they put... I saw footage of it farting around. I didn't see it go into space. Well, how do you think it would look like? Like, if it went into space, you wouldn't see footage of it. It goes too high. Let me see if the news actually talks about it. Hold on. China 6th. Okay, so yeah, like China, blah blah blah. The Sun, right? The Sun is reporting, so it's not just me talking out of my ass. Red Menace. Why is it a menace? I mean, I know why, but like, why would you start an article like editorial? Like when you editorialize this fucking hard, I'm pressing X to down. Like, you should at least try to pretend that you're objective. Watch China unveil menacing. Why are they trying to create so much doom to the general population? Holy shit. So it's menacing because it belongs to China. If it belonged to the United States, it would have been, how would you write the article? You know what? Hold on. Let me ask ChatGPT. Let me ask ChatGPT. So, write the article as if the fighter was invented by the United States and the press was cheating this. American ingenuity soars. US unveils futuristic UFO-shaped fighter jet with no tail in historic first flight. Oh my fucking god. See the power of propaganda, chat. No, honestly, I like, I'm not the China simp or anything. Like, to me, this is concerning because of my geographical position, right? Like, I'm into NATO. China is not. Therefore, I mean, it's not rocket science. I'm not cheating them on or anything, but I really hate the way that the press constantly uses emotional language. Like they're making me really dislike them because they're using all of this emotional charged language to try and manipulate me. China has unveiled the world's first 6th-generational fighter jet, an ultra stealth. What the fuck is ultra stealth? What? Ultra stealth? Oh my god. It's like full semi-automatic, huh? Social media was flooded with footage showing the futuristic super weapon. The most advanced ever. Did they actually, is this like an actual thing from China, or did the Sun make this? Did they put like a smiling Chinese man next to it? The 6th-generation jet test flight is the latest in a flurry of advancement in the Chinese military aircraft program. The video shows a huge gray jet named unofficially as the G-36. Husband noticed strange detail in the picture. I don't know, I can't notice shit. I'm looking at something else. No official information has been released about the jet, but it is believed to be the 6th-generation fighter. It has been claimed by the Chinese government wanting footage of the new jet to circulate online because they made no effort to stop the spread of the information. The test flight also came on December 26th, the birthday of Mao Zedong, who founded the People Republic. Do you know they actually have like a really weird love-hate relationship with Mao Zedong? Like, on one hand, he brought the Great Leap Forward, which killed millions of Chinese people. Probably one of the greatest famines on Earth. But on the other hand, he did found the CCP, so it's like, ugh. Like, I mean, we can't disavow him, but... Yeah, it's not... No, the problem is not that it's a stealth jet, okay? Like, that's what really baffles me with the Sun. It's like, it's a super stealth. Oh, fucking hell. No, the thing is that it can fly all the way up to the stratosphere. Like, that's the thing. It can fly into the cosmos. Right? And if it can fly into the cosmos, it's got air superiority. It's higher than everything else. That's the reason it's... I thought drones were replacing jet... Well, from my understanding, not really. The jets are still having their military uses because apparently, like, their weapon delivery system can fire something from much further away, and the payload is greater, right? Like, you can't put a Hellfire missile on a drone. Like, maybe you can, I don't fucking know. But the idea is like the distance that a plane can fire. And the second one, you can't jam the plane like you can jam a drone. So that's the advantage, and that's why planes are here to stay. Yeah, and the drones also have like a limited range. They can't fly thousands of kilometers. So, definitely the battlefield is going to be changed by the introduction of drones, and a lot of strategies that have been used up until now will see a huge shift. But at the same time, you can't say that planes are going to go away. Like, they're still an important military asset. They will probably not be in the same numbers that we have up until now. And, you know, maybe you're going to have something like a plane flying with drones. I don't fucking know. That would be interesting, though, to have, like, a plane and a drone operator inside. Like, making sure that, like, 4 or 5 drones are surrounding the plane. Probably sci-fi shit that I'm talking about. But anyway. Optimally, a jet would have drone capability to fly with or without a pilot. Don't they already have that, though? I guess they refer to ultra stealth as its flight ceiling is on par with the American spying satellites, and that is mucho concern for the CIA. Yeah, no, like I did see that the Pentagon generals were concerned. And it's like, okay, well, like here's the thing. I don't know what people expect. Like, if the U.S. Is willing to sabotage itself with DI and shit, and you have like Boeing planes fly out of the sky, like the other nations, they're still trying to progress. Like, just because the United States is deciding to slow down progress a little bit doesn't mean that the rest of the world does. I am really concerned about the developments, to be honest. Like, I like America being the world hegemon. Usually when another hegemon comes up, you know what happens? War. Historically speaking. I don't like war. I like peace. So if America tries to stop being the world hegemon, like, I hope it happens after I die. If it's not too much to ask. You know? Like, after I die, you guys can choose to... Hello, Emerald Wolf. Ultra stealth is like noise-canceling headphones. It uses phase jamming, I see. We should not have a hegemon. But that's not like what you want or don't want. It's what is. Right? Like in the international community, and this is true since the ancient times all the way up until now, in the international community, someone makes a statement, and then other people ask, like, really? You and what army? And so there will always be a world hegemon. Now, throughout human history, there has been differences. There has been the great powers. I think it was like 7 great powers, right? Like Turkey, France, Britain, Spain, right? Like you had like 7 of them. And they would sometimes meet and they would talk, kind of like a UN, but like only where the big boys matter. Oh, Russia was one of them. Yeah, the Imperial Russia. Germany, the Holy Roman Empire. And so that was like one way. That way wasn't really stable. It had a lot of conflicts. It had a lot of wars. Then you had the Cold War, where you had only 2 powers. You had the Soviet Union and the United States. And now you have the world hegemon, which is the United States. I prefer this because it's the most peaceful resolution for the place where I'm in. Like, obviously, if you're in the Middle East, it's not so great. But I'm not in the Middle East, and therefore. Russians have been touting 30 years that they have weather weapons, death rays, to shoot down satellites. In fact, space program degenerating in the UA and Soviet tanks. Well, the thing is, like, even if they did have that, do you think they would use them? Like, can you imagine the damage they would do to the world economy if they did? I mean, you think Russia has a bad rep now? If they actually started fucking with satellites and it takes down the world internet and GPS and shit, oh my god. That would be quite a provocation. So, maybe they do have them, but I don't think they would use them. At least not yet. War without human casualties, war with the drones is just pathetic. There will always be humans in war. Like, in order to hold territory, you need boots on the ground. You cannot hold a territory with drones. Crazy idea, but maybe the Cold War model was healthier for both nations because they could just not allow themselves to stagnate. I guess, but like, if you happen to be behind the Iron Curtain, life was tough, man. Life was really tough, and you can't really say that the Soviet Union was like due to its nature, due to its secretive nature, and due to its authoritarian nature. While they weren't really stagnating, life was really shit, and they weren't really making that much progress either. Where is the Russian bear units in Red Alert? Norway is being cut off from Europe. 4 of the communications cables have been cut out this year. Don't they have Starlink? All jokes aside, I would hate for Arch to be cut off. If it does happen, his subscribers are welcome to join my show. Why do I have so many fucking viewers all of a sudden? Like, I usually like to have a few viewers. I like to fly under the radar. Now I got almost 400. Alright, let's see Elon Musk calling people retard. We got this. This one is interesting. Hold on. Autism capital. So basically the right split into 2 factions, tech right and right. And the tech right is like, hey, we need H-1B visa people to do the jobs. And the right was like, no, you need to hire Americans. And the tech right is like, but you guys are retarded. By the way, I'm not an expert. But apparently, the H-1B1 visas guys, like the Indians that Silicon Valley is taking, the only thing that I can compare them in history, I guess, are with Nazi rocket scientists, right? It's like the Soviet Union and the US were in a arms race to try and get as many as they could. Like, they were so coveted. It's like... So I guess, like, America has a one-up on China, because China doesn't seem to be taking a lot of H-1B1 visa workers, huh? China is like such a dumb nation, you know. Like, if the right wing, according to Elon Musk and Autism Capitals, are retarded, like, China is even more beyond. Like, they just don't know what the fuck they're missing. They're like so incompetent. They can't figure out. Like, look, you're missing all these scientists and engineers. Or maybe like China knows something else, huh? Maybe they know another country where the people from there are even smarter than the Indians, huh? And that's where China is recruiting from, and that's why they have their 6th generation fighter jet. The geniuses are already covered by other visas. I know, projection target. I know. Like, look, from what I could gather, they're kind of like indentured servitudes, indentured servants. Like I said this at the beginning of the stream. The reason that companies like them is because they can't unionize. If you call them to come to work on Saturday, you can dangle the visa on top of their head, and it's like, yeah, it's voluntary for you to come, of course. Like, you don't have to put in the extra work, but we would very much prefer, because if something happens, you gotta go back home. And then you have the fact that you can freeze their wage. They can't go to another company. I mean, why wouldn't Elon Musk like these people? Zlixian, hope Elon gets his head on straight. Like, his head is on straight. Like, see, this is another thing that people don't understand. Put yourself in the position of Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or whomever the fuck you want, right? You make a company that spans nations. Like, you're creating your company, you're creating your corporation that's a multinational entity. And you have, like, people all over the world working for you. And it's kind of like a video game, right? Like, you want to build up your corporation. You want to leave a legacy. Because at some point, money just fucking doesn't matter anymore. At some point, when you have, like, a big company like that, there is nothing on the planet Earth that you cannot accomplish. You want to go in a submarine, you can fucking go in a submarine. You want to travel to space, you can go to fucking space. Like, if you have Jeff Bezos money, you can literally do anything. You want, like, 20 women and have an orgy, you can do that. Anything. You have so much money, anything, right? You want to go on a safari, you go on a safari. You want to shoot a minigun, you can shoot a minigun. You can drive a fucking tank. And so, like, the only thing that you can't do is to, well, the only thing that you can aspire is to make your company better than it is. And if it requires that you get H-1B1 visas workers, and that's the most optimum way to do it, you will do it, because your loyalty is not to a nation. Your loyalty is to your company. That's your fucking baby. That's your legacy after you die. They care more, and it's normal, because I would as well. Like, I'm not going to pretend I wouldn't. Like, I would care more about my company than I would care about the nation. Like, my company becomes my family. That's my baby project. And so if it means, like, passing legislation to fuck up with other companies that may compete with me if it means passing legislation so I can get access to cheap labor, if it means like passing legislation that everyone else gets fucked and my company does better, of course I'll push for that. Why wouldn't I? And to be honest, you probably would as well. Let's be honest, like, who wouldn't? This is why they all do it. See, you're saying nation is better than corporation because you don't own the corporation. But I guarantee to you, if you actually happen to own a multinational spanning entity, all of a sudden you wouldn't think so. You'd think like, no, this is my country. My company. I created it. Yeah, the citizens of the world shit. Yeah. Everyone would do it. Like if no one would, so if some people wouldn't do it, then you would see change. But the reality is, like, when you put your soul into something and you create something, like, of course you care about it. I have the solution to the problem. Elon can open his company in India. Yeah, but then he doesn't get the tax cuts and the benefits that the US government provides. V, unironically advocating for Cyberpunk 2077. See, like, V just knows the world how it is. I don't talk about the world how it should be. I don't talk about the world how I would like it to be. I'm just looking at how things are. And I'm being realistic about it. I know that the people in power are human beings as well, so they make decisions. Why would they make such a decision? Would I make a decision in their place? And then I'm thinking, okay, if I had a big company, if I had Amazon, would I care about Romania or would I care about Amazon first? Well, it's my company. I made it. Of course I would care about Amazon more. Adam Smith argued in Wealth of Nations that eventually the super wealthy care more about their egos than their net worth. Well, it makes sense, right? Like seriously, think about it this way. You're a teenager. What are your ambitions? Like, what do you want when you're a teenager? Well, you probably want a house, right? You probably want a car. You probably want some bitches. And you probably want to travel. And then you want to fill your house with shit. You want to fill your house with a TV. You want to fill your house with an expensive computer, a gaming rig, right? But what happens when you get all that? So you got your bitches, you got your car, you got your house, you got everything, and you still have money. What do you do next? And the answer is, like, you want to start your own business. Right? Like, you want to invest, you want to create something. What happens if you create something and it's actually becoming very successful? And then you have so much money that, like, anything you want can just happen. And then you go into a completely different mindset. Then you're not thinking it's like, what am I going to put on the table tomorrow? No, your thoughts are like, I want to expand my company. I want to open another branch. How do I do it? I want to recruit, more smart people. How do I get that done? I want to talk with a politician to pass a regulation that will fuck with my competition. You go into a completely different mindset. Like, you're not even interacting with the life of the average Joe. Yeah, this is exactly how Weyland-Yutani comes into being, yeah. And the thing is, like, this was always the case throughout human history. Like, I'm looking at the Roman Empire, I'm reading, listening to audiobooks. I don't know if that's counting as reading, but... like, it describes the life of... what was the law called? The plebeian, right? So the life of an average citizen. And he couldn't afford a lot of shit. He couldn't afford as much meat as he wanted to. He would only buy meat 1 or 2 days a week, sometimes even less. He couldn't afford to buy new clothes, so he had to stitch the ones he had, right? And then you go to the middle class. And the middle class is the guy that maybe he served in the military. And now he's like a decorated veteran and he's got like a bigger pension. And he can afford a lot more shit. Like, he's actually wealthy. He can afford a lot. But then you go to the patrician. Oh, and the patrician has like 5 or 6 different farms. And, a well broke into one farm. So now he has to spend like 1,000 denarii to dig a new well. Like, his life is so fucking different than that of the average people. It's like insane. It's like playing a completely different game. Like most people, they're thinking, How can I provide for my family? How can I improve my household? The patrician is like, all right, one of the farms caught fire and was raided by the bandits. How do I open another one in another place? And what do we do with the one that burned down? So despite the fact like he's got obscene amount of wealth, most of the wealth goes into shit that like normal people can't even dream. It's like, okay, building another farm. Like just like, snaps his finger and another construction just sprouts from the earth. Brandon K, US babies are obese. Why shouldn't my corpo baby? That's a good question. That's why multinational corporations must be outlawed. See, a lot of people don't understand what they're asking for. Like, it sounds good on paper, but then you realize that your standard of life would plummet dramatically. The internet would probably stop existing. You wouldn't be able to play video games anymore. And that kind of sucks. Late stage capitalism. Oh my god. Video describing every horrible cyberpunk future movie plot. Aliens, Blade Runner, etc. Anyway. I'm gonna have to sign off now. I hear my baby crying again. Gonna see what's up. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the super chats. And I'll see you later. Take care.